Hey beautiful people, it's Rickita back with another video. So in this video, I want to teach you guys how to start building your credit score when you turn 18. So when you turn 18, you want to get your credit score high. If you want to start even just building your credit in general, then this is the video for you. Now, if you messed up in the past, and I want to say, like, you watching this because you 18, but you already got a credit card and you already start messing up your credit, then we want to talk about what you guys can do going forward. Because sometimes, most of the times, you are not taught this from your parents. I wasn't actually taught about credit from my parents, and I'm implementing it and teaching it to my kids, but we weren't taught a lot of times. So I'm going to teach you guys how to build up your credit. And when I say build up your credit, I'm not trying to talk to those people that's like, Rickita, I need to get the $20,000 in 6 months. I'm not trying to talk to those people right now. I'm trying to talk to the people that probably you're just going to school right now. Eventually, you're going to want to buy a house. You're going to want to finance a car. You want to get some credit cards. You want something that's going to stay and that's going to stick. It's not it's not going to be one of the things where you want to get some money real quick and maybe you're going to mess it up because you fully don't have your income together. This is for those people that want to just build up their credit. So when they're old enough, or not want to say old enough, when they're older and they want to buy a property, or if they want to finance a car, you guys have that in order. That's who I want to talk to right now. Now, if you do want to get $20,000, $30,000, you can get that throughout this process, but I don't want to make you guys just think that you're going to get that very quick. It's going to be something where you have to build into it. You can get it quicker, and I'm going to talk about that, but I really want you guys to understand that I don't care how much money you guys are getting in credit cards, because I had a lot of money. I got a lot of credit cards that offer me a lot of money, and if you guys don't have your income together, if you don't have a lot of money coming in, then you're not going to be able to keep up with the payments on the credit cards, that's the major reason why a lot of people, when you're young, you're not maintaining your credit and you want to ruin your credit. So make sure that anything that you spend on your credit cards, you make sure that you pay that off right away. I would like for you guys to pay off your credit cards every month when your due date come, pay off your full balance. I would love if you guys can do that, or minimum pay off your statement balance by your due date so you can never have to pay interest. But just make sure that if you're spending some of your credit cards, you got the money to pay that off right away, because it's going to get in the cycle where you're going to max out those credit cards, and then you're going to have so many credit cards with a lot of minimum balances that you're not going to be able to pay it, and then that's when you're going to ruin your credit. So that's my warning. That is my warning to you guys. Please listen to that and take heed to it. Understand that it's going to be nice to get all these credit cards, but you have to pay them back, you guys. And if you spend too much on your credit card and you're not paying them now, you're paying them back right away, or paying that balance down right away, and they're reporting a high balance, your credit credit score is never going to be as high as it can be if you just take your time and pace. Okay, patience. There's people right now 35, 40, 55 fixing their credit, and you can be ahead of them in 6 months by just following these simple things. So just calm down, pace yourself, you're going to get there. Now, when it comes down to building your credit, you need to make sure that you have 4 credit cards. That's the thing. Have 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts added to your credit reports. So I want you all to apply for your own 4 credit cards. If you guys have a parent that can add you as an authorized user to one of their credit cards, perfect. Now let me tell you what authorized users is. So some of your parents may have credit cards that probably got a $10,000 limit. They had this credit card for years, even 3,000, 2,000, I don't care, but they had this credit card for a long time. That's the biggest thing. They had it for a while, at least a year. If they add you as an authorized user on their credit card, which means they're authorizing you to use it, you're going to most likely get a credit card in the mail, but your parents may take it, or whoever added you as an authorized user may not give you that credit card. But once they add you as an authorized user, their credit card is going to show up on your credit reports. And when they show up on your credit reports, that's going to most likely get you over a 650 credit score. I want you all to aim towards having at least a 750 credit score, and you should have that within a year by following these steps. So if you have a parent that can add you as an authorized user on their credit card, then go ahead and be added. Now listen, if your parents say, oh, I can add you, make sure you check these things, because if you don't check this, it's going to ruin your credit. Make sure that they never had any late payments on this credit card. If they did, those late payments are now yours, and it's going to drop your credit score. It's not going to give you the best credit score that you can have. Make sure that they're not using too much on their credit card. So they may have like $1,000 credit card or something like that. Let me just give you a number. They may have $1,000 credit card. With $1,000 credit card, I usually tell people don't let more than $50 report to the credit bureaus, or you can't have the best credit score possible. And guaranteed, don't ever let them report more than $290 balance if it's $1,000 credit card. So 5% basically, that's what I want to make sure it's not reported. That's so you guys can have the best credit score possible. And then 29% for sure. Now, since they're adding you as an authorized user on their credit card, you want to make sure it's a credit card that they're not really using. Because even if they were to use 10% on their credit card, that amount right there is just too much for your credit starting off, because you don't have any other balances. So it's going to make it like you're using too much money on your credit cards because you have no other credit cards. So make sure that they add you to a credit card that they don't have a balance on or very low balance, and make sure that they don't have any late payments. So that's the thing. Once they add you as the authorized user, I know that you should get your credit score at least to a 650, if not higher than that. Now, once that is added, then I want you to apply for these credit cards. If you guys do not have somebody that can add you as an authorized user, that's okay. That's just a cheat code for those people that want to get their credit score higher. You can get added as an authorized user. Then you can start getting the credit cards that you want without having to put a deposit down. Now, since you guys, I'm going to talk in general now. You never had an authorized user. Well, you don't have anybody you can be added as on a credit card as an authorized user. You got to start building your credit from scratch. So when you guys are building your credit from scratch, you're going to most likely need a secure credit card. That's where you're going to have to put a deposit down. That's because you don't have a credit. You probably don't even have a credit profile at all. So there's credit cards out there where you can put a $200 deposit down on it, and then they'll send you a credit card. Now, the credit cards that I'm going to show you is going to graduate, which means is if you guys keep a low balance on these cards, or you make sure that you're paying them off and you're paying on time, usually in about 6 months to 8 months, they're going to give you your money back. That's the key. So the $200 that you pay, and that's minimum. You can put $1,000 down if you want, but that money that you pay, they're going to give you that money back, and then they're going to increase your credit limit. One of the credit cards is going to most likely, somebody said theirs went from $200 to $2,200. So that's good. Expect that in about 8 months, 8 to 9 months. And then another one usually go from $200 to $2,000. Please make sure that you're paying on time. Set these up on auto pay. So that's the key. Let's get you 4 credit cards and then get you 2 installment accounts. So let me show you the accounts that you guys can go ahead and apply for. So the first company I want to teach you guys about is Discover. So Discover is a great company because they have multiple credit cards that you guys can actually pre-qualify for. So when you guys apply for credit cards, they're going to give you something called a hard inquiry. And I don't want you guys to get a lot of hard inquiries. It's best if you guys have less than 5 hard inquiries on your credit report. So some companies, they can pre-qualify you. That means they can tell you yes or no on whether or not they can give you a credit card without giving you that hard inquiry. Those are the companies that you most likely want to try. So when you see right here where it says there's no impact to your credit check, that means that when you apply for that one to try to get it, a pre-qualification, that means it's not going to hurt your credit because they're not going to give you a hard inquiry. Now, if you guys are in the building stage, you know you need to put a deposit down, then I want you to try these cards here. Well, first try to see if they can pre-qualify you for any credit cards, but try to aim for this. If you're a student, try to get the student cash back card. That's a great one that you guys can get. You can get that secure. The student cash back card, you shouldn't have to put a deposit down on that. So you should get that right away without having to put a deposit down. With the secure credit card, that's the one where you have to put at least a minimum $200 deposit down on that card. And that's another great one. Another one that you guys can look into is the Student Chrome credit card. That one, they don't care if you don't have any credit at all. They still can give you that one. Just make sure that you're using your student ID number when you apply for it, and then you're going to have a great chance of getting approved for it. And then they have some other credit cards here, but those are the ones I want you guys to aim for. If you guys have someone that you can be added on as an authorized user, once that credit card is added to your credit reports, your credit score should be really nice. It should be over the 650. So I want you to try to get like the cash back credit card. This is no deposit. They're probably going to start you off with a higher limit because now you have that other credit card added to your credit reports. So check right here, see if you can pre-qualify for a credit card. They'll let you know exactly what they can pre-qualify you for. And once they tell you exactly what they can pre-qualify you for, then you can decide if you want to get that credit card. Once you say, yes, I want this credit card, it's going to be a hard inquiry. Know that. Okay, I want you guys to have 5 or less. So just get these 4 credit cards and then leave it alone. Okay, you don't try to get any more credit cards. Just get 4 for right now. Now, this is the thing. Some of these credit cards have rewards. I want to quickly teach you guys about rewards while we're here, and then we're going to go to the other credit cards. This one offers 5% cash back, and then it's in certain categories. So look deeper into that. And then on everything else that you spend your credit card on, you're going to get 1% cash back automatically. With Discover, whatever you get in cash back for your first year, say if you get $100 total, they're going to match that. So if you get $100 at the end of your 1-year anniversary, they're going to give you an additional $100. If you got $300 in cash back your first year, they're going to give you $300. Okay. And for those people that can possibly get the cash back card, they have something called 0% intro APR, where you guys will not be charged interest for a certain amount of time. So for this is for 15 months, and that's going to be on purchases and balance transfer. Balance transfer is when you move in a balance from one credit card to another credit card. So once you're approved for a credit card, most likely you move the balance from one credit card that's charging you money because you got a balance in there to a credit card like this one that has 0% intro APR. Sometimes they are going to charge you a balance transfer fee. And I'm just saying this so that you can start putting this in your head. You might not understand it now, but once you keep watching it, you're going to learn more about these different things. But some companies are going to charge you a fee, like this one right here, a 3% intro balance transfer fee. They're going to charge you a fee to transfer that balance. But this is good for those people that maybe have a lot of credit cards, they spend too much on them, and now they just paying a minimum payment, but they're not paying it off. So they need to go ahead and transfer the balance from their credit card, one credit card to another. So understand that. Now, this is the thing about the 0% APR. They got 0% APR for 15 months, but if you guys do not pay off whatever amount that you spent during that 0% APR time, then they're going to charge you as if you never had that at all. So whatever you spend during that time, I'll say cut off around that 13-month mark and pay everything that you have to pay in. But whatever you spend during that time, make sure you guys have that paid off ahead of time so that they're not charging you interest as if you never had that at all. And you're going to get a statement in the mail that's going to tell you what that amount is going to be. So try to see if you can get a Discover credit card. I love Discover. You can get one credit card and then wait a year and apply for an additional credit card because they'll allow you to have 2 credit cards, okay? But go ahead and try to see what they can pre-qualify you for. Now, the other credit card that Discover is the one I said go from 200 to possibly 2,200. Sometimes it may go to 1,500, 1,000. Somebody just recently said it went from 2 to 2,200, so I want to let you know about that. This Navy Federal, the secure credit card at least, is going to go from 200 to 2,000. This is the one about every 3 months they're going to check your credit, or actually at the 3-month mark and then at the 6-month mark they're going to check your credit and see if they're going to increase your limit. This is the one where you put that $200 deposit down, they're going to go to $200. So this is the one where you put that deposit down, you get the credit card in the mail, and make sure you guys do not spend more than 5% on your credit cards, or make sure that they're not reporting more than 5%. You're paying it on time, and you're paying your statement balance by your due date. So it's going to be a statement balance on your statement when you get in the mail or online. Look at that and make sure you pay that by your due date. Sometimes they'll have it right there in the app saying, hey, this is your statement balance. So go ahead and try to see if you can get the end rewards. If you guys was an authorized user, then you got other credit cards you can try. You got an authorized user to add you on. You have other credit cards you can try to get. And I suggest you try to see if you can go for the cash rewards. Now, when you guys that got the secure credit card, when your credit card graduate, you're going to graduate to this cash rewards card right here. So just make sure that you're paying it on time and you're keeping your balance low. Another company that you guys can look into is CapitalOne. So CapitalOne, the other 2 credit cards, other 2 companies I show you, they do not have annual fees. Okay, some of their credit cards do for Navy Federal, but the ones I show you, they don't have an annual fee. CapitalOne, they do have annual fees, so be prepared to pay an amount to have certain credit cards every year. So like this credit card right here, their Quicksilver Rewards credit card, they're going to charge you $39 per year to have this credit card. And they're going to take that money off the top. So say if they send you a $500 credit card, they're going to take that $39 right off your credit card. So now you're probably going to start off at like $461 as your available balance. So keep that in mind when you guys are applying for credit cards. So try to see if they can pre-approve you for any of their credit cards. Capital One don't matter. They don't care if you just starting off building your credit. They can pre-qualify you for something, even if it's their secure credit card, which is right here. So this one is going to require a $200 initial credit line. I told you guys you could put down more on your credit cards, but not for this one. It's just $200. That's the maximum, and that's the set amount. So you got to put down $200, period. If they decide, they may tell you to put down $49 or $99 instead, and they'll still send you a $200 credit card. So try to see what they can pre-qualify you for. If you guys have an authorized user, if you guys have credit card that's on your credit reports already because you're an authorized user, then you might be able to get some of their other better credit cards. But see what they can pre-approve you for, because they'll let you know, hey, we can pre-approve you for these credit cards. And then I want you to check out like the rewards. Like this one give you 1.5% cash back on all your purchases. Okay. These two, they don't have any rewards at all. They just don't have an annual fee. So check out the rewards, check out the annual fee, and pick the one that's best for you. Now, I don't care if you all had an authorized user, you got a credit card, you're authorized user, or if you don't, sign up for the Kickoff account. So Kickoff, they're going to add a $750 account to your credit reports. You're going to have to most likely pay about $4 to $5 per month to have them reported. They're going to report it to your Equifax credit report and your Experian credit report. You have 3 different credit reports. They're only going to report it, well, 3 major ones that everybody look at. They're going to report it to Equifax and Experian. So definitely sign up for this Kickoff account, okay? And then they have another one, and check out my other videos. They have another one that's an installment account. That's the one I really want you to get. So you pay $10 per month. And once you guys pay the $10 per month, they're going to report to the credit bureaus that you're paying on time, and they're going to report that $10 a month account to the credit bureaus. And then after 12 months, you're going to have $120 in your account, and they're going to go ahead and put it back in your bank account because you're going to have to save that $120. But they're going to report to the credit bureaus for the year. So go ahead and sign up for this Kickoff account. And once you guys get that Kickoff account, they don't care what your credit score is. It's called Kickoff because they're kicking you off. They setting you up for the future. This right here, for the people that didn't get authorized user, this right here can possibly put you in the 600 starting off. So that's good. So go ahead and get that Kickoff account, and you guys can get all of these accounts in one day. That would be what I want you to do. Get your 4 accounts and call it a day, and then don't try to apply for anything else. Just make sure you maintain those cards. After you guys get that Kickoff account, look into something called Self. So remember how I told you have to pay $10 per month for 12 months, and they're going to report to the credit bureaus? Self is doing something similar, but they have different payment plans. So they have one where you can pay $25 per month, $35 per month, $48 per month, and $150 per month. All of them is for 2 years. You're going to be paying it, okay? As you guys continue to pay on this account, let me see if I can find it. Press it on accident. Once you guys continue to pay on the account, they're going to report to the credit bureaus that you're paying, that's how you build credit. They want to know, are you paying these other companies? So they're going to report to the credit bureaus that you're paying, and your credit score should be going up. But when you guys get your money back, you are going to be less some fees. So you have to pay $89 total after you pay that $25 per month. They're going to take that out of the money you saved, your $600, and then you're going to be left with $520. And check and see with all of these plans how much you're going to be paying compared to how much you're going to be getting back. So check the fees on this. So this is called, and that other Kickoff account where you're paying $10 per month, these are called installment accounts. You need at least 2 installment accounts on your credit reports. These look similar to like student loans where you paying every month. It's like you have a set amount that you're going to have to eventually pay, and then you're paying a certain amount per month. So these are called installment accounts. Those credit cards are called revolving accounts because they're going to give you a set limit. once they give you a set limit for your credit card, as soon as you pay it off, you got that amount available again. With these installment accounts like Kickoff and Self, that's not the case. You get a set amount that you have to pay. You pay it every month. Once you finish paying it for a certain amount of time, they say you have to pay it. That's it. The account's gonna close. That's not how your credit cards work. So credit cards are revolving accounts, and then your Kickoff and your Self accounts, those are installment accounts. Okay, so you're going to have 2 installment accounts after you get done with this, and you're technically going to have 4 credit cards. You're going to have the Discover, you're going to have Navy Federal, you're going to have CapitalOne, and you're going to have Kickoff. Now CapitalOne will allow you to have 2 credit cards too. So if you want to get 2 credit cards from them, you can, because they'll allow you to have 2, just not the same one. So if you get the Platinum Secure, try to see if you can get the Quicksilver Secure, or try to wait till the Platinum is added to your credit reports, which may take about a month. Once it's added to your credit reports, try to see if you can pre-qualify for one of the other credit cards, okay? But you can have 2 credit cards with CapitalOne. Now, if you all still don't have 4 credit cards, or maybe you want to mess up your credit, or you want to have other options, then please check out this list right here of some other credit cards you guys can apply for. And with building credit, this is what you need to do. You just need to get 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts, and you're going to start building. Pay it on time, keep the balance low, and you'll be good. Like, that's literally what credit is. Pay it on time and keep the balance low. So set up an auto pay on it, okay? So after you guys have this Self account right here, once you guys have $100 saved, you can actually get this Self Visa card. So they'll put that $100 into this secure card without a credit check. So this may be an option for you all. If your credit score, you can look on a company called creditkarma.com. Once you have a few credit cards added to your credit reports, look on Credit Karma. If your credit score over 650, do not get the secure card. Just pay that Self account for the 2 years until it's over, and that's it. But don't get this secured if your credit score is over a 650, because it's not going to help you too much. So if you guys don't have a 650, go ahead and get this secure one if you want to. The credit builder card, this is a great one to start building your credit. You can get 2 of them without a credit check. It is a $29 annual fee. So keep that in mind. But if you guys really want to start building your credit, and you can't get one with Discover, or you can't get one with Navy Federal, then you may want to look into the credit builder card, because they'll allow you to have 2. And these limits will be $200, and they're going to report before you can get the credit card in the mail. So I definitely love the credit builder card. Kickoff, I already told you all about this. And look, somebody credit score went up 74 points from having that Kickoff account. So definitely make sure you all get that Kickoff account. Discover Secure, I told you about that one. The TUMO credit card, if you guys have money coming into your bank account, maybe you want to look into getting a TUMO credit card. They can approve you all the way up to $10,000. This one right here is more like a charge card. So if you was to use your credit card anytime during the week, that Sunday your bill is going to be due. So don't think this is like you pay it once per month. This is not that. So make sure you guys are being very responsible with this TUMO credit card, because your bill is going to be due right away. And with the M Rewards secure credit card, this is the one I told you all about. It can go from 200 to 2,000. Definitely check that out. CapitalOne Visa, I think I will tell you guys to possibly skip this one, because it's going to be a little harder for you guys probably to get it without having any type of credit. I told you guys about the CapitalOne Platinum. Another secure credit card that you can get is the Open Sky Visa credit card. It is a $39 annual fee, or $35. So I would want you guys to try to get those other accounts before you get this, because you're already getting a high annual fee. That's not necessarily high, but I just don't want you guys to get in the habit of getting credit cards with an annual fee right now. I want you guys to get credit cards without an annual fee. Push, turn, and shove, you can't get on other credit cards. Try the credit builder card, because it's a $29 annual fee. Then if you get that one, then come back and try to see if you can get this one too, if you need to have your 4 credit cards. The Discover is Student Chrome. I told you guys about this one. They do not care if you don't have any credit history. Use your student email address, and you're going to have an easy time most likely getting approved for that one. Credit One Thing, they have high annual fees, so please stay away from this one if they're going to pre-qualify you, because they can pre-qualify you, tell you yes or no without a hard inquiry. If they said that they're going to give you a high annual fee, please stay away from that one. Mission Lane credit card. This is a great credit card. Just double check the annual fee on that card. They can pre-qualify you. Credit Strong is more similar to like the Kickoff and the Self. You can get it if you want to. I like how the Kickoff and Self is reporting. I like how they are. So if you like that and the low amount that you have to pay, please stick to that, because they have higher amounts that you have to pay with Credit Strong, and they take more fees. Prosper credit card, if they can give you a credit card without an annual fee, jump on it, go ahead and get it. It could be a great card for you. And they can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry and tell you how much they can give you. Milestone could be a great credit card. Double check those annual fees. Indigo can be another great credit card. Just double check the annual fees on it. Destiny also. And those are the credit cards that I want to tell you guys about. Now, I know that we went over a lot in this video and it was a lot of information, and this video is very, very long. But when it comes down to building your credit, it's literally, can you take a company's money and can you pay them back when you are supposed to pay them back? So make sure that you set up all your credit cards on auto pay, and at least for the minimum, okay? And if you want to go back in there and pay your statement balance, go ahead back and pay it, but set it up for the minimum. Make sure you pay it on time and keep your balance low. If you guys have additional questions, definitely let me know. Or if you guys are in the process of trying to build your credit back up because you messed it up, definitely check out my 60 points in 60 days, 5 ways to increase your credit score, 60 points in 60 days. This is for the people that most likely, you messed up your credit and you need to start building it back up. If you guys don't have any credit, follow this right here. Trust me, you're going to probably be over the 650 without a problem. And as you keep paying every month on time, your credit score is going to keep going up. You don't need to think about what's the other ways. It's not free, okay? Just keep your balance low, pay your bills on time, and make sure you have 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts, and you'll be good. But I do meetings on this twice a month, so definitely see what I'm going to have my next meetup. And if you guys have any further questions, make sure you guys call or text me or put in them comments, and I look forward to see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe because I need to get to 100K this year.